Hello, my lovely Capricorns. I am Jessica from Willow Vine's Intuitive Vibes, and I'll be doing your November reading today. I don't really have a focus in mind, but these have turned into love reads. But if I see work, career, money, whatever, I will say it. I always say what I see. This is a general reading. It will not apply to every single one of you. I wish I could do that, but I can't. If you would like me to pick up on your personal energy, please email me. My email's in the box below, and I will give you all the information you need and pricing and whatnot for personal readings. It's on the community tab as well as my website. And don't forget to check me out on Patreon. Join me over there for channel messages. I still have openings for personal readings, but I do have some that I need to get done this weekend. So anyways, I was going to say something else. I still have a cold, so if I cough, I apologize in advance. This is just lingering. It's like the worst cold from hell. I'm telling you what, 'tis the season, man. But hopefully, if I keep sipping on this ginger ale, it will keep the dry spots out of my throat so I can actually talk. But actually, I'm just going to... Anyways, I've been doing shuffled songs for everybody, and the song that you guys got was Go Ahead and Break My Heart by Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. It's basically about, someone who's in love, they're in a relationship, or they want to be, but whether this is old energy, current energy, or this is with regarding somebody new that you're interested in. The lyrics are basically about somebody who's so in love that she's basically saying, go ahead and break my heart. Like, I love you so much. I just need to know what's going on. Do you want to leave? Do you want to stay? Like, I kind of feel that limbo energy, like up in the air. So if you're currently partnered with somebody right now, Capricorn, you could be worried that the relationship is on the rocks or it's about ready to end. And it could be an irrational fear based off from past experiences, or this is just how you felt about an ex-person, whether it was a recent breakup or, someone from the past that you've just held on to energetically, hoping that they'll return. And because you have such strong feelings for this person, if they don't return, it's going to break your heart even more, kind of thing. If this is regarding a new relationship or new love, then it's those initial lovey feelings where you're so hopeful that things will work out, whether you've been on a date with this person. I feel like some of you have, but others of you, it's just hoping that you guys can connect in a romantic sense. Take it up a notch, So there's a lot of wishful thinking here, and I feel fear as well. So let's dive right into the central energy. We have the Five of Water, which is like the Five of Cups. I'm using the Good Tarot, so these are supposed to be happier cards, but I read energy, so whatever I pick up on is what I'm going to say. With the Five of Water, that's being in a depressed state. It's that worry. You're worried is what I feel. I feel like it's more fear of the unknown, of what's going to happen, like anxiety to an extent. I really don't feel for the majority of you that this is depression, like crying yourself to sleep and stuff. I feel like maybe that has happened revolving around this individual or the situation. But for the most part, it's worrying whether or not things are going to work out in your favor is what I feel regarding love. I also just heard that some of you could be dealing with somebody who is depressed, dealing with depression, whether they're on medication or not. So if this isn't your energy, it could be the other person's energy or someone around you. So I feel like Capricorn, some of you could be a caregiver in a sense, whether it's a family member that you're kind of keeping a close eye on. You could be worried about this individual, or it could be, love related. The person you're interested in, your current partner or a past person, could be having a hard time handling their emotions, and you're aware of this. So for some of you, this is how you feel, and for others of you, you're trying to help somebody get through a difficult time. Someone that's close to you. Could even just be a friend. I feel that supportive energy. Then we have the Three of Cups reverse. This is not coming together, not celebrating. It's also not reconciliation. So it goes back to what I said. If you're pining over somebody and waiting for an ex-person or someone from the past to come forward, hell, it could even be the new person waiting for things to work out. It hasn't come together yet, and it's kind of put somebody in a saddened, worried state that it's never going to happen. Like, you know, if it was going to happen, it should have happened by now. Why aren't we coming together? Is there something wrong with me? Kind of feelings. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with you, Capricorn. I feel like if somebody's wondering what's going on, why somebody hasn't approached them or returned to their life, you know, to have their happily ever after, I feel like the other person has a lot going on, and it's whatever's going on in their life that's kind of holding them back. I don't feel like it's because they don't want you or they don't love you or they don't like you or anything like that. Sometimes when things don't work out the way that we hope that they would, we tend to internalize it and blame ourselves. And I feel like somebody is doing that, but it actually has nothing to do with you. So try to be as positive as possible, because I feel like whoever you're connecting to energetically, they're not in a very positive headspace right now. They're not vibing very high, if you know what I mean. The holidays are coming up. This person could be alone, and you know, the woe is me shit because they've had a troubled past with relationships or just, you know, with anything. I just heard PTSD, so either you or someone you're connecting to could be dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder. Whether you're seeking professional help regarding this or not, I feel like somebody has gone through something pretty traumatic in their past, and I feel like whatever this is, it's almost like it's a series of events. It's not one traumatic event that caused this PTSD. It's along the lines of something happened when in their childhood, maybe a parent passed away or a caregiver, somebody really close to them. It could even be a grandparent that you're really close to. Remember, this could either be you or the other person, vice versa. Take it where it fits. But I feel like this type of PTSD it started in childhood. There was like an event, and then something else happened as you got older. You could be connecting to somebody who was in the military, who has seen some pretty traumatic shit, and they're having a hard time processing through it. And maybe you don't even know what's going on with this individual, or they don't know what's going on with you, because I feel like whoever is feeling this way, they keep it to themselves. They're not very outspoken about their feelings. There's a mask. There's a suit of armor on. Like, I'm not going to show the world, but I feel somebody's close to their breaking point and really does need, a shoulder to lean on, a listening ear, someone who can be supportive and not judge them for whatever happened in their life. I don't know if this person will approach you or if you are going to approach somebody with whatever's going on. Like I said, energy, so vice versa. But somebody's going through some shit. In the recent past, the energy we have is the Four of Earth, which is like the Four of Pentacles. This is known as the Miser card in a sense, because it's like, it's mine and I don't want to let go of it. And I feel like this could be revolving around the feelings that I was just talking about, holding back, holding on to traumatic events, emotions, pain, whatever. And it's almost like reaching your boiling point. So I feel like I've held on for something for so long, and now I'm at the point of breaking. I'm at my breaking point. That's for someone. It's emotionally based. I also feel like there was some financial instability with either you or the person you're connecting to. past, present, future, whatever. You know who you want to be with and whatever when it comes to relationships, because I do feel like for some of you it is an ex. For others of you it could be a current partner or someone you just recently separated from, and then for others, like I said, I feel like it's somebody new that you're pining over, or that they're pining over you. But somebody's holding back their feelings. I feel like they're just not, in the past they weren't expressing, you know, the pain that they were going through, but they're also not expressing their love. It's like, it's really hard to be able to connect to another person and to express your love for them if you don't love yourself. If you have self-deprecating thoughts, it's really difficult to be all in with somebody else if you're struggling yourself. And I feel alone right now. I feel very alone. So whoever this is for, you almost feel like you've had to tackle life in the world by yourself. All right, and then this is clarified by the Lovers reversed and the Seven of Cups reversed. So there was some sense of clarity in the past, or a decision was made. I mean, with the Lovers in the reverse, to me, that's a decision and love was made. And I feel like it was this person made a choice to either withdraw from you, or you made this choice, Capricorn, to not extend yourself to someone or to a situation. There could have been many options, like a lot of suitors were pursuing you in the past, and you almost feel like they're not around anymore. Because I kind of get the vibe that there was like, my inbox is just blowing up like, hey, what's up? Hey, how are you? And it's all different people, and it's nobody you were interested in, because the one person that you have chosen, this decision, it's almost like you're holding out for that one person, and they're the one person that never really messaged you. And if they did, it didn't get off the ground. It didn't go anywhere. So you were ignoring all your other options because you're holding on to this one person, this one relationship, this one situation, whatever it is for you, and it hasn't happened yet. There hasn't been a coming together, so it's kind of depressing. And then in your thoughts, we have the Nine of Water. Yeah, you're holding on to this person. This is emotional fulfillment, getting what you want, being content. I feel like you think about this person, you daydream about them, you dream about them at night. If you have a diary or a journal, you write about your feelings about this person, to the point where you haven't expressed it to them, so they probably know you have a crush or that you have feelings for them, but they don't understand to what extent, because you haven't really fully opened up. I see like an oyster shell or a clam shell just like clenched together like this, and somebody trying to pry it open like, oh, I got a little bit, but nope, it's just not. Somebody is clamming up big time. So you definitely think very highly of this individual, and if that's not what you're thinking, and if this is the other person, that's what they're thinking about you. It's like a prized possession. This is who I want, what I want. This is what's going to make me happy, and I know it. We have a lot in common. I've seen how you act with your friends and family and this and that, and that's what I want. I know that we could take care of each other. I see that there's loyalty on the table. I mean, this person is like the whole package in your eyes. You would just be happier than a pig in shit if they wanted to make things work with you, or vice versa, depending on who's feeling that way. So there's a lot of wishful thinking here, and that's too many, around this situation. And it's not that this is out of your reach. This is just in your thoughts. Like, if you don't ever take action or let somebody know, how are they going to know? Like, yeah, we can feel each other energetically, but if somebody doesn't understand the way spirit works, or anything about the metaphysical, they're not going to understand the feelings that they're getting. And some people will just chalk it up to being in their own thoughts, like, oh no, they don't really feel that way, kind of thing, and brush it off. So if you really want somebody to know what you think of them or how you feel about them, you need to tell them, or vice versa. So there's somebody who's definitely sewed their mouth shut. and it's just hurting you in the end. Yeah, exactly. King of Swords reversed. There's no communication here. I don't see this as, because usually the King of Swords in the reverse, he can be quite an asshole. He can be, you know, kind of narcissistic, and I don't like to use that word too much, but he really can be. He's not very nice. He's very cutting with his words. Not good at all. And when I say he, it's just because it's a king. It could be female, doesn't matter, male. We're dealing with energy. So I just feel like this is no communication. I don't feel like this is somebody who has been cruel to you. I feel like a lot of cruel things have been said to this person and to you in the past by other people, and that's probably why you're so zoned in on this one person, this one situation, which is totally fine, because this person's actually kind. It's almost like you can see their aura, and it's beautiful to you. It's like this magnetism is drawing you to this one person, for whoever this is for, but it's wishful thinking and no communication. So why it's all happening is the Messenger of Earth, which is kind of like the Knight of Pentacles. It's slow moving energy, sometimes stagnant to the point where there's no movement whatsoever, which I feel is what happened in the past. Zero movement. I feel like there's a slow progression, like snail's pace slow, like moving so slow, there's a rock in the way, and the snail is like, should I go over the rock or around the rock? And it's like contemplation mode. I don't know which way to go here. So nothing's really been said. There is a message that's coming your way, and I feel like it's one that you've been waiting for, wishing for, hoping for, but it's almost like you don't want to be the one to break the ice. It's the ball's in this other person's court, or that's how they feel about you. So whoever made the first move or started or initiated conversation with this individual the first time is the one who's waiting. So it's the other person. So if you initiated contact with this person in the past, then you're waiting on them. And if they initiated it, they're waiting on you. So take it where it fits there. But yeah, there is a message of good news coming in. It's just not here yet. It's almost like I see somebody driving by somebody's house, like, oh, I'm going to stop in and say hi. Oh, I just want to see so-and-so's face. But they never pull in the driveway and knock on the door because they're too nervous. It's like, oh, am I being too brazen with this? It depends on how well you know the person. I'm not recommending driving by their house, but I feel like somebody is to that point, like, it's almost like you see this person in passing, but you're too afraid to approach them. And it's not really fear-based. It's more, you don't want to be vulnerable, or whoever needs to speak up doesn't want to be vulnerable. So they're having a difficult time approaching the other person. Why is the Messenger of Earth here, please? What is this message? The Chariot reversed, not moving forward. Like I said, this is stagnant energy. This person or you're not making any moves. It's like you want to so bad. The cat's got your tongue kind of thing. But I also feel like the message of good news that's going to come in eventually when somebody gets off the couch is that they don't want to go anywhere, that they want to stick around, that they don't want you to move on, and they don't want to move on without you. So that's the good news you've been waiting for. It hasn't arrived yet. Could be dealing with a Cancerian. I don't really like naming off the signs, but also with the Messenger of Earth, that's Virgo energy to me. We saw Gemini as well. I mean, we've got air, water, earth. We have everything but fire so far. So if you're wondering about signs. And then, yeah, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So, yeah, this is a message of please don't go. Like, I want to move forward with you. I don't want to move away from you, because we have the Ten of Pentacles. I want this stable commitment. I want this happily ever after with you. I just don't know how to get it yet. I'm not quite there. So, if this is work related at all, especially with this messenger at the base of the read with the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like somebody is slowly, you're staying put at your job. I feel like you've contemplated looking elsewhere for work, and you might have actually looked, but you didn't really apply, or you weren't very serious about it because you wanted more money and more stability, like a promotion. And I feel like you've been at this job for a while and you've been waiting for a while, but you've decided not to move away from the position, and you're going to wait it out and see what kind of pay increase you're getting or what promotion is coming up, because I feel like there is something coming up for you in the work front that is going to be pretty lucrative and provide you with the stability that you've been waiting for. So it is a smart move to stay put where you're at, especially if it's a job that you do enjoy and that you've been working really hard at. If it's a job you hate and you haven't been there for very long, and you know that you're just not gonna do that type of work for the rest of your life, that message is not for you. This is for somebody who has longevity at their place of employment. It's a job that they do enjoy. They're just waiting for basically for someone to retire so that they can slide into that position, into a higher position. And I feel like that's coming. It's been a long wait and a long process, but it is coming. So that's for somebody. In the near future, the energy we have is temptation. So with the work situation, do not be tempted by grandiose offers or jobs that seem too good to be true, because honey, they are too good to be true. So stay put. That's what this is saying, especially on the work front. But when we go back to the love situation, I feel like temptation might get the best of you. So if you're the one that's waiting for communication, you might just jump the gun and go, okay, fuck it, I can't wait anymore. This is driving me insane. I need to know. So you might just take charge of the situation. And if they're the ones waiting for communication, they might take charge, all depending on where you stand in that situation. But I feel like temptation is going to get the best of somebody because they can't wait anymore, because this is what they want, or this is what you want. For a small group of you, this is not the main energy with this, but it is coming in. There is somebody who is going to let temptation get the best of them, in the sense that they are going to probably be intimate with somebody else, whether it's a past person that they're not really into, but they're just comfortable with, because, you know, sometimes you just got to scratch the itch kind of thing. I feel like somebody might, quote unquote, use somebody for their personal pleasures, because maybe, you know, you haven't had sex for a long time. I'm just going to come out and say it. If that's not you, it could be the other person. But I don't feel like you're going to use somebody in that way, like maliciously or anything. I feel like it's going to be two consenting adults. It's just maybe the person that you're sleeping with, just to, you know, have a good time kind of thing. They might have more feelings for you than you do for them. So just be careful with that nobody gets hurt if you do go down that road. And if it's not you, it could be the other person that's doing that. But ultimately, you're still waiting for whoever you're connecting to, whoever this person is that you're waiting on. You were trying to save yourself for them, but they're taking too long, and you're like, damn it, you know, somebody just might have one too many drinks and be like, well, screw it, I'm horny, let's go. You know, it happens, we're human, whatever. And if you're single and the other person's single, there's no harm in it, especially if you're a consenting adult. Just saying. So why is temptation here? Just make sure that if the person that you are going to be intimate with temporarily, just make sure they're not connected to the person that you actually want to be with, because if it gets back around or gets out, it gets to that person, it might send the wrong message, you know what I mean, where they think that you're not interested in them, or I don't know. I don't want somebody to get the wrong impression of you, or for you to get the wrong impression of somebody, because I feel like this is just meaningless for that situation. Then we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, and that's like, it's because you're sick of waiting. Like, it's exactly what I said. That's dropping the ball, not it's like giving up. Like, oh my God, I can't keep keep up this juggling act anymore. I'm not going to weigh my options. I'm just going to take care of my needs and what's going on with me in the now, because what if all this waiting is for nothing? What if I'm waiting in vain? That's what this anxiety and fear of the unknown is. When it creeps in, it might lead somebody to succumb to their raw animalistic desires. You know what I mean? That devil energy, which is pretty much what temptation is. It's when the devil comes knocking on your door and is like, well, you need to treat yourself. You deserve this, you know? And I feel like somebody is going to give in to that temptation. So just be careful that you don't hurt anybody in the process. But like I said, it is what it is. We're human. External factors is call. And to me, with this card, this is somebody who's working on themselves. So like I said, with the depressed energy, if that's not you, Capricorn, and it's the other person, I feel like externally they're trying to work on themselves. They're trying to gather their bearings and get the strength that they need to move forward with you, and just move forward in a positive way in their life. I feel like there's healing energy here. This person is really trying to be more positive, because I feel like they had that rainy day cloud hovering over their head for a while. They could have been like unsure about the connection with you, or just unsure about life in general, and they're trying to gain a sense of clarity on like, what steps should I take, how should I move forward. I need to fix myself before I can. I feel like that's kind of why there's such stagnant energy, because there's a lot of healing going on, whether it's you're doing work on yourself or they are. I really feel like externally, this person external to you is trying to do a lot of healing. So why is call here? For some of you, they're very hesitant on actually calling you. I almost see somebody, like in a literal sense, somebody who hates talking on the phone. So they'll text or message somebody on social media because it's not as personal. So if they're nervous, you can't hear it in their voice. You can't hear their tone of voice or anything like that. It's almost like this person needs liquid courage to actually talk face to face to you, with you, or to call you. That nervous, I don't know, I just feel like I got the jitters about like, oh, I want to hear your voice, I want to talk to you, but I don't want you to hear my voice, kind of thing. And we do have video chats and shit like that nowadays, so it could be as simple as they just don't want to be on camera. But I feel like somebody's trying to get the courage to actually call because they want to. And it's almost like once they take that step, whether it's you or this other person, to make that phone call, even though they hate talking on the phone, this is someone that you're going to talk to on the phone for hours on end, probably all night long, and fall asleep on the phone, like just listening to each other breathe, kind of thing. So it's going to be surreal when it happens. Man, the information is just flying out in this reading. It's crazy. Yeah, we have the King of Pentacles. This could represent you, because Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's earth energy. Or you just could be dealing with another earth sign or someone who has earth in their chart, for sure. But this is stability. He's like a husband figure. He's a provider. He wants that happily ever after, commitment. He's loyal, which is what I said in the beginning about loyalty. And this person is loyal to a fault. I feel like you are too, and you have been, and you've been burned in the past because of it. And so is this other person. You guys have definitely gone through similar things in the love sector. I feel like whoever you're dealing with has gone through a lot of traumatic stuff in their life, and it's almost like they feel like they almost don't deserve. It's not that they don't deserve it. They feel that they'll never meet somebody or find a relationship where someone can match them. And you both are thinking this, but neither one of you knows that the other person is thinking the same thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, externally, you have somebody who wants commitment, somebody who wants to better themselves, who's working on themselves so that they can contact you and set something up. I feel like this is somebody who, it's your wish fulfillment. This is somebody you really want, and this is a good person. This person's genuine. And that's what's taken them so long, because they're not reckless with other people's emotions. And that's rare to find. So for whoever this is for, damn. All right, and then your potential outcome with this situation, at least until the end of November, or within a month's time, I should say, because time is fluid. So if you're clicking on this reading and it's January or next year sometime, it's within a month's time, or I would say 2 weeks to a month when this is going to start getting off the ground. So not just in November. Your overall outcome is transformation. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a change in this situation. Like I said, this person is slowly moving towards you, or you're slowly moving towards this person. I feel like they're coming towards you, but somebody's going to have that aha moment. This is like the death card. It's an ending for a new beginning. It's healing old wounds and almost becoming a new person, like a new version of yourself, a healed version of yourself, whether that's you or this other person, or both of you kind of working on yourselves together but separately. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a change in this situation. And it's number 13, which breaks down to a 4, which is stability. And that celebration's coming together. That's, you know, unity. So I feel like because you guys are apart now, this transformation is coming together. And it's the beginning of something solid, which is really amazing. I just saw the 4 of Swords, and that's taking a break. Like, this person is healing, resting, thinking, meditating. Maybe you are too, like I said, in order to regain themselves and the strength that they need to move forward. Because you have to be in a good place yourself so that you can offer positivity and just, you know, love to somebody else. So it's beautiful that somebody or both of you are taking the time to really take care of yourself, because it's only going to benefit you in the end. No, there was 2 there. So 3 of Pentacles. So we go from the 4 to the 3, which, yeah, it's regression, so it's not really moving forward, but in my eyes, it kind of is moving forward, because 4 is holding back and 3 is working together. So that's the transformation. This person's going to finally let go of one of the Pentacles, or all of them, so that they can come together with you. And I feel like a project here almost. So if this is at work, then you're going to be collaborating with either a new employee, like a new coworker, or when you finally get that that promotion that you've been waiting on, that's slowly coming. It's almost like a change. Like I feel like you're going to be changing the office dynamic or the work dynamic, so that it's more of a team. I don't know, you guys are going to come together, all the coworkers, as a team, and you're going to head it up, kind of thing, because you want to collaborate, you want to work together. Where I feel like it was more independent, like people in whatever this position is or this company, people were given individual tasks to work on by themselves, and it's almost like if you were doing one thing, nobody else was really in the loop, and you're going to change that and transform the company so that everybody knows what everybody's doing, and you guys can all collaborate together, which is beautiful. And if this is love related, it's just letting go of fear and taking that leap to work on things, which is friggin' awesome. So no matter what way you look at it, you have really great things coming for you, and stability, it's almost like sow your wild oats, get all that temptation out of the way, clear any negative energy, and just take charge of your life. You have stability and commitment on the table here, which is fucking awesome. I love it. So your guardian angel card is Angel of Gratitude, which somebody else got this and I can't remember who it was, but basically appreciate all of life's lessons. So take, you know, you got to take the bad with the good and everything like that. So all the trials and tribulations that you've gone through, no matter how severe they were, what did you learn from it? What did you take away from it? Whether it was your fault or not, like what part did you play? And what part did other people play, and what can you learn from that experience? Like, because you can't control what other people do, so you can only control what you do and how you react to certain situations. So I feel like this is just be grateful for all the experiences of your life, because you would not be who you are today without going through what you did go through. If you didn't have any of those trials and tribulations like as you were going through the years growing up, you would probably be a spoiled, snot-nosed fucking brat, because everything was handed to you, because you didn't know how to work for what you want. You didn't know how to be patient. You didn't know how to really communicate with other people and have that bond with somebody, especially if you've never experienced loss. How can you appreciate love if you don't know what heartbreak feels like? It's almost like you have to have like there's no good without evil. You have to have that balance. And I feel like with temptation too, there is a lack of balance, and there has been a lack of balance in your life in the past, and it's made you grow into this beautiful person. Be mindful of people and places and situations that pop up around you, and just take notice of how you react to those situations, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, and be grateful for everything that comes your way that's happened to you in this life, because it's part of your journey, and it's a beautiful journey if you think of it like that. Don't dwell on the past, because we can't change it. Focus on today, and don't worry too much about the future, because right now in the moment, that's what matters the most. Because what if tomorrow never comes and you're just sitting here worried about what's going to happen a couple months from now? You need to focus on what's happening now, who's around you today, make those memories, and enjoy every fucking moment that you have on this beautiful earth. I feel like somebody needed to hear that. But I love you guys, and if I don't talk to you before Thanksgiving, I hope you guys have a blessed Turkey Day. I usually cook Thanksgiving dinner for my family. It takes me like 3 days. I love to cook, and people seem to like my cooking, so anyways, I don't know if any of you guys like to cook or anything, but I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, or you live in another country or whatever, I just hope you have a happy Thursday. You know, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, so please like, share, comment, subscribe. The more you interact with me, the more apt I am to pick up on your energy. And hit me up for a personal. Like I said, I do have some openings. I've got to bust some out this weekend. Hopefully I'll get to some today. I want to get my generals out first, because I know you guys have been waiting patiently. Because on my birthday week, I was really busy and I didn't get all my Halloween specials out, which kind of upset me. So I'm going to pick 4 different signs and do a Thanksgiving special for 4 signs. And then I'm going to pick the last 4 signs that I didn't do between Halloween and Thanksgiving. We'll get a Christmas bonus read. So that way everybody gets a little bonus. Yeah, some signs have to wait longer than others, but at least you all will get the little mini reads. And that's all they are. They're not very long. But yeah, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things and into my groove, and I want to be able to upload more content. So I don't know, I do monthlies now, but I'm thinking I might do, you know, beginning of the month, end of the month, or I'll do monthlies and then some bonus reads or some shit. I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet, but you can always tell me in the comments what you prefer, what types of readings you like, because I do X spreads, and, you know, how often do you like readers to upload. I can only do readings when I feel the need to. I don't like to force it. And I know that upsets a lot of people because sometimes, you know, you do have to wait. But would you rather me just make shit up, or do you want the information that spirit wants you to hear? Because it's I can't explain the feeling I get, but if I force it, it's almost like I block myself off, and it's not as good. It's not as productive. But anyways, I'm done talking. I feel like somebody really wants to get a lot off their chest because I'm just like blah, 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 blah. But anyways, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.